All right, so there's been a lot of stuff happening in the world since we last filmed.
A lot.
Here's an update on, remember we were talking about the conspiracy around the hurricane stuff?
Yep.
Yes.
Literally after we stopped filming it, I saw like 10 or so posts talking about this area in, I believe, North Carolina.
Okay.
That is one of the world's largest deposits of lithium
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
that would basically revolutionize, like it would bring in so much money from America of producing batteries for electric cars, like all this stuff. And it's in a residential zone.
Yeah, you can't mine it.
And they've gone to these people supposedly and said, we'd like to purchase your land. And they all refused, right?
Are you kidding me?
And now that exact same spot is
Wiped out.
wiped out.
This is Maui all over again.
Maui
We
was
want
tied
the
to
land.
a smart city initiative too.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's 100% confirmed that like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
The mining is, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is nuts, man.
But yeah, what was it? They said like I'm totally going to make up a number here, but they said the amount of lithium there is like upwards of like $5 trillion plus.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Like, I mean, it's lithium rich in this area that was wiped out.
And so now we have to keep an eye on that area because what the flip are they going to do there, dude?
Yeah.
And think about
What
like
the
the
flip?
amount of
flip?
the amount of excavation that happens as water runs through. So in a way, it's a discovery tactic.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, look we found all of this.
So does
What?
property not just cannot be owned at that point still? Like
Or
a
they would- I mean,
natural
like-
disaster happens, you don't own that property?
What I assume is going to happen is they're going to evacuate all the people, right? And then come in behind.
Well, they would buy the property because it's like insurance
I
probably won't
see.
cover.
Yeah.
That's the
Because-
Gilgamesh method right there, what you're talking about. The Gilgamesh method.
No.
Yeah.
They're just so sneaky.
Government comes in, cleans up, walks
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Dibs.
Yeah.
But yeah, people won't be able to afford to rebuild, and so they'll be looking for a bailout. So if
Yeah.
someone can come in and cover like the remaining mortgage, families will go somewhere else and start over, leaving the land behind.
Last episode, I said that this hasn't happened. I said last time was 100 years ago. Correction, last time this happened in the North Carolina region, 1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago.
What records from that
They're
far
saying,
back?
they're saying
Yeah.
it's a 1 in 1,000 year event.
I got you.
So it's like, it's that rare of a thing. So it could have been 1,000.
Gotcha.
It could have been
I got you.
way past that or
Wow,
before
that's
that.
crazy. Did you see the veteran talking about how he had spent a lot of time in the Middle East and nothing that he has experienced compares to the conditions in Appalachia right now?
Which veteran? You remember?
No, I don't. It was an interview
I
that I
got
saw.
you.
And I'm not seeing a lot about it, which is crazy to me. Like I
I've
have
seen
to
a lot about it
I've
on TikTok.
I've had to
TikTok.
search a lot on TikTok on specific things because it's very general, but like golly, dude, it's like there's real people just sitting there saying like, listen, our house just got taken. This is our situation.
Yeah.
And it sounds so different than what we're hearing.
Dude, it's
So much more
devastating.
serious.
Are you
There's-
familiar with the content creator, the Appalachian Sun? That's his name.
Yeah, I think I actually just saw one of his videos today.
He has like Willie Nelson braids.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And he was just talking about
I
like
watched that.
don't give to like the major organizations like Red Cross and all that stuff.
Locals.
Give directly to a local because what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're setting up in accessible areas like the Red Cross and all of that.
Yeah.
And there's so many people left. And he said they're saying that like over 100 people have died. He said, I promise it is so much more significant than that.
That's so scary,
Yeah,
dude.
you can look at Tim Kennedy stuff too. He's posting one of the sick shots I saw is there's this whole airfield that was just filled with helicopters, and he was like, every single one of these is privately owned. These are just people showing up and bringing stuff in. But he was like, I cannot put on video or in a photo or in words how bad it is. He was
Yeah.
like, nothing literally portrays just the severity. Did you guys see the map where it shows the pieces of highway that are just gone?
No.
Oh my
Did you see
gosh.
the satellite images?
No, I haven't seen the sat,
Hold
but
on.
Yeah, send these.
but I didn't save it. But when you're looking at this map, there's the highways running through, and they read out like inoperable parts of highway. Dude, it is like
There's nothing.
massive parts of the state.
dude, how do
Wow.
you live after that point? Like, how do you pick up? Like, how do you just figure out what's your next step?
And you know what? They can take hope in the fact that Kamala Harris is going to give them $700.
Dude, I don't care
Rebuild
what
their life.
I don't care what politician it is. If that's what you're given,
I
that's
know.
crazy.
Yeah,
Don't worry, guys.
We were talking about that pre-pod, and I'm like, one of the big things is like Tim Kennedy was saying, all the businesses are cash only if they're open at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are you going to get, your mailbox is probably gone. You don't have access to
internet,
and if you do, it's like, it's probably at one specific site. You're not going to go to another store and be like, hey, do you have Apple Pay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like talking politics, but that made me so angry to hear that, one, you have to fill out an application through FEMA, and then there's awarding or gifting people $750 a person. And it's like,
oh, you ready? This will tick you off. Tim Kennedy is on the ground there, and he said they're looking for hotels, like people are looking for places to go. The government came in and bought out every hotel to send their teams in. So people who are actually displaced can't even book rooms because the government has occupied all the hotel buildings.
what are we doing?
Who is their logistics person? They need like an actual like event coordinator.
All right, look at the picture I
Get a
just
wedding
sent.
planner in there.
This is the satellite image at night, before and after.
Oh, I have seen this. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. That's so scary, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's so scary. Not having any power. So it's like you can't even like, I mean, unless you stocked up, which how many people there are hurricane stocked, right?
Yeah.
Ready to go. And so you're thinking, even when it hits nighttime, what are you doing? Where are you living? Where are you going?
I don't know.
Oh, man, that's so scary. Especially people who don't have the means to just like, oh, I'll just buy a plane ticket. We'll just, rent a car or something. Like, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that are stranded.
By the time this comes out, I don't know what's going to happen. But to top it all off, you guys heard about the U.S. Port strike?
Yeah, that happened right after we got off the pod. I just saw it blowing up. The whole East Coast is.
Did you hear that, Lo?
No.
All these ports along the East
I
Coast,
did.
Florida, and into the Gulf are
All
on
of them.
strike.
I know. Yeah, it's because and then because they're not getting paid enough.
Yeah, and they're also the something with the automated systems that these ports are using now, to where they like manpower is not
And I
fully
get it.
necessary.
I get it. I get striking. Whatever reason, I get it. Whatever, like, I don't know everyone's cause, but it's like, it's a really tough time to do it, especially when North Carolina just got wiped and
I
they
know.
probably need stuff. Like,
I
it's going to
know.
hurt a lot of local people.
It's difficult because you're like, obviously, I want you to get what's owed, I'm not super informed on like what all the politics are around that.
I'm super ignorant with it.
But also everybody is paying $10 for a carton of eggs. Everything is so expensive. Like the American people are really gonna suffer because of this.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, I wish they would just hold off from the strike just until like we can get supplies and infrastructure into these areas.
Yeah. I think you can tell.
Seriously.
You can just tell a lot about people how they react to certain situations like this, and it's like the government as a whole. It's like we need to have a better plan in place where it's like we can have somebody going down there and just reassuring the people that it's going to be good. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be okay. We're going to take care of you. It just feels like a free for all right now.
Yeah.
How do
It
we
feels
get
like if you're not going to step up, everyone else has to.
Yeah.
Which is great, but we shouldn't have to. Like, there should be plans put in place.
How do we get our hands on a helicopter?
Oh, I can get one.
Oh, I got a guy.
Doesn't your brother fly helicopters?
Yeah.
Full time.
We'll just full time now. Hey, why not?
Here's the map: Tennessee, North Carolina, Interstate 40 and Interstate 26. This is just a guess, but they're saying won't open, like completely closed until March 2025 and closed until September 2025.
Whoa.
But like, look how extensive a bit of highway
Dude.
that is.
That's rough, man.
That could be fear mongering. I don't know. I didn't go through that.
does that
but
not show you how vulnerable just everyone is?
Yeah.
Like,
for
we
sure.
take everything like for granted so much, but it just takes one freak storm that developed and hit within a week, less than a week, really.
it happened fast, dude.
And now that there's just chaos.
We're so reliant on just the society that we've built.
Yeah.
It's crazy that like if one thing goes down, it all crumbles.
Preppers definitely aren't looking so crazy in that region right now.
Did you guys see at St. Pete Beach in Florida, the sand there, how they had to
Oh,
get
yeah,
they had
snow
basically
plows.
snow plows in the streets. And so it looks like it's snow mounds, but it's just sand.
Wow.
Like in these
Jeez.
neighborhoods.
Wait, that's kind of fun though.
Lily, these people don't have houses.
But you're not gonna lie, like your kids would be on it and having a blast. Yeah.
I would be on it.
Yeah. There was I was just thinking through like putting myself in like my shoes. Like
Putting
they're
myself
like
in my
putting myself. I did that this morning. Putting myself in their shoes. Like I can't imagine because like just think about like the daily stuff that you find annoying. Like hey, Netflix just took $20 out of your account, the notification or whatever. I'm like, I can't imagine having my house destroyed, and then literally just looking at my phone and then like, just like,
I know.
oh, by the way, your Hulu account is $23.
That's an
we just took it out.
opportunity for a little PR from these
Oh,
companies.
for real.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, if you live in this region, we're comping you.
Yeah.
I know.
That would be such a cool thing. Come on, people.
Yeah.
You could literally do it for a single month.
Let's
Yeah.
make generosity contagious.
Yeah,
You know, and do that. Let's just like have everybody like fight over how generous it could be.
We're seeing
Oops,
most.
sorry. Look at the video I just sent. This isn't St. Pete Beach.
St. Pete Beach.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Intact buildings. However, when you have 5 feet
so-
of water coming in the
that's
first
so
floor,
wild, dude.
it does significant damage. It doesn't mean that they won't be able to recover, but it's just a different kind of destruction, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking here at piles of sand pushed to the sides of the roadways, Jeff. And,
Holy
How
shit.
do you get rid of that?
Plows have made
I mean,
their way through.
Dude, it looks
And
like
I said
old
this
Florida.
earlier to Eric.
Yeah.
That's
this looks like a
literally what I was
snowstorm.
thinking
Like
is
when
it
the
looks
plow
like
comes through in
Florida
New
had a
York, New
reset.
Hampshire, Vermont, and pushes all
Dude, this
that
is a-
snow off to the side
this
of
is
the
a
road. I mean, that's
good
what
plot
we're
for a
looking at
movie.
here with the piles of sand.
But what you said last podcast makes so much sense of like all these ancient civilizations that are like, oh, we're just now discovering that are like just buried under sand. It takes just one storm to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just wipe out a whole city.
yeah.
What's cool about snow is it melts.
That's right.
What's not cool about sand is that it stays forever.
That's right.
You find it in between your toes, in between your butt crack,
Yep.
everywhere for days.
What are you doing with sand?
Anyway, have you checked out your
I
Uncle
love
Brian?
to sit on sand naked.
Shut up.